So hello everyone. So I will just have a summary of this topic. So it will just a recall. Okay? So I guess nabasa na ninyo yung learning material na pinost ko po sa G-class about this topic. So to sum it up, in lesson 2, which is a closer look at the educational systems of the world, of the selected countries of the world, gives us the information that education is universal. From the different educational systems presented by different countries like Australia, China, Japan, South Africa, England, United States of America, New Zealand, and Philippines. So we can say that basic education is compulsory in all these countries. This is also true to the Philippines. So this is a positive response to global education as presented by the United Nations. However, the number of years in every level, like primary or secondary, for some countries varies or nagkakaiba-iba po. Sa kindergarten or preschool, now made compulsory by the virtue of Republic Act 10157, which means institutionalizes universal kindergarten. For every exit level, we have grade 6, grade 10, and grade 12 in the educational structure in basic education. So, it means a student is certified through a diploma or a certificate of completion. So, this certificate or diploma is one of the requirements for entrance to higher or tertiary education, which is available in almost all countries, with the implementation of the K to 12 also in the Philippines. So the number of years in the basic education is now equal to those of other countries in the world. Also, for advanced higher education, we have master's degrees and doctorate degrees, which is offered in many colleges and universities of the countries. So, if you are planning, you can also get enrolled for your own graduate degrees in these colleges and universities, here or abroad. So now we will move to another lesson, which is about the multicultural diversity or a challenge to global teachers. So here in this lesson, you will learn the concept about multicultural education. You will identify some challenges you may encounter in multicultural classrooms and find ways to accommodate teaching and learning the diversity of learners. Why? Kasi sooner or later, you will become teachers. Kayo na ang magtuturo, kayo na lang ang nasa unahan. You will discuss on your own. Okay? So, let's have here the quotation of Confucius. All men are pretty much alike. It is only by culture that they are set apart. Magkakaparehas lang tayong pag-uugali, paniniwala, etc. Pare-parehas, but nagkakaiba tayo sa culture na meron tayo or kinagisnan natin. Okay? So, ano nga ba ang culture? Culture is the set of values, tradition, social, and worldview shared by a group of people bound together by a combination of factors according to Derman and Spark. So, kapag sinabing culture, sabi ko nga kanina, kung saan ka galing, kung saan ka nagmula, like, galing pa sa kanunuan mo tong kasabihan or values na meron ka or tinataglay mo, madadala mo siya into your next generation also. Ayan. Kaya sabi ni Confucius, we are set apart by our culture. Okay? So, aside from that, culture comes from the Latin word cultus. Also, we have here the word diversity. So, comes from the Latin word divertas. Kapag sinabi namang diversity, it talks about variety. Ibig sabihin, variety or differences Ayan. When it comes to teaching and learning, syempre, hindi dapat mawala yung diversity or differences among your students. Okay? So, diversity of learners in multicultural classroom. First, we have race. Okay. So, kapag sinabing race, yung kung saan siya nagmula, kung saan siya ni-race. Ayan. So, ethnic group. So, syempre, hindi natin maiwasan na meron tayong iba't ibang ethnic group, lalong-lalo na here in the Philippines. Like, for example, we have Aitas, Ibanags, Ibatans, sobrang dami pa po, Tausug. Ayan. So, religious groups. Also, we have different kinds of religions like Catholic, Iglesia ni Cristo, and so on, and many more pa. Languages, we have Bicol, Bisaya, Hiligaynon, and so on. Sobrang dami. Bicol. Socioeconomic status, meron tayong tinatawag na middle, may tinatawag pa tayong nasa pinakalaylayan ng lipunan, high class, ayan. So, ayan, yung mga pwede nyong ma-encounter na pagkakaiba-iba na mga learners mo in the near future. Okay? So, how about multicultural education? So, multicultural education enables teachers and educators to give value to the differences in prior knowledge experiences of learners from diverse background and familiarity with students' histories of diverse cultures by Hertel, 1998. Okay, so when we say multicultural education, it will talk about how as teachers or future educators see or transform these differences into equal na pagtingin ng ibang tao. Okay, so yan ang pakakatandaan ninyo kapag sinabing multicultural education, whether there are diversities in your learners, you have to have multicultural education. Ibig sabihin, ang tingin mo pa rin sa kanila is binavalue mo yung differences nila prior to their knowledge, etc. Okay? So, next is we have, according to Banks and Banks, 1995, multicultural education as a field of study is designed to increase educational equity for all students. So, sabi nga dyan ni James Banks ay the major goal of multicultural education is to transform the school so that the male and female students, exceptional learners, as well as students coming from diverse cultural, social class, racial, and ethnic groups will experience an equal opportunity to learn in school. Okay? So, next is we have sabi nga din, ulit lang, according to Banks, 1997 naman, multicultural education as an idea, an educational reform movement and a process. So, same lang po, kapag sinabing kay James Banks talaga, sinabi niya yan na, kumbaga, magkaroon tayo ng equality when it comes to our when it comes to the diversity of our learners. Okay? So, next is we have, according to Hertel. So, multicultural education enables teachers. Ayan. So, nauna na siya kanina. Okay? So, next is we have accommodating cultural differences and commonalities. Paano mo ma-accommodate itong mga pagkakaiba ng mga estudyante mo when it comes to cultures, and paano mo ma-accommodate itong mga commonalities or pagkakaparehas nila. Okay? So, first, according to Fraser Abner 2001. So, sabi niya, first is we have be sensitive and aware. So, syempre, it is important na dapat we are sensitive to the feelings, understanding, knowledge of our students, and we are aware of their capabilities. So, dapat alam talaga ninyo yan at first pa lang. So, kaya baga, meron tayong tinatawag na getting to know each other pa lang kapag first day ng mga bata sa eskwelahan. So, dun pa lang makikilala mo na ang bata kung siya ay mahiyain, kung siya ay, kumbaga, ayaw magsalita, hindi pala sagot, magaling, etc. Number 2, never make assumptions. Huwag kang magko-conclude agad hanggat hindi mo pa na, kumbaga sa istorya, huwag ka muna dun sa summary. Hanggat hindi ka patapos or hindi mo patapos basahin yung buong istorya. Never ever do or make an assumptions kasi kumbaga binibigyan mo na hindi mo na siya binibigyan ng chance para kumbaga baguhin yung impression na meron ka sa kanya. Okay? So next is we have avoid stereotyping. Ayan, stereotyping kumbaga wag tayong sabihin natin na kapag lalaki lang may kaya niyan. Hindi yan kaya ng babae. No. Okay? Wala na tayo dun sa, kumbaga, mga sinauna pa na nag-stereotype when it comes to different situations. Okay? Ng buhay. Like, number 4, get to know each student. So, nasabi ko na rin kanina, it is very important talaga na sa una pa lang, kilalanin mo na ang mga estudyante mo. Okay? So, next is we have number 5, look into your own conscious and subconscious biases. So, sabi nga, lahat ng tao merong konsensya, wag tayo maging bias. Parang ano lang yan, parang sabi nga 'di ba kanina, dapat equal tayong tumingin. Hindi lang sa mga estudyante but also with our conscience and subconscious. Okay? Number 6, plan your activity. So, it is very important that you plan. Kasi kapag wala kang plano, hindi yan ma-organize. Pero may mga instances na mas maganda daw na hindi planado para natutuloy. Pero ibang kaso naman yun. Dito naman, sa teaching and learning process, dapat plan your activities. Kaya nga meron tayong tinatawag na lesson plan. Sa lesson plan, simula pa lang ng discussion mo or before ka pa lang mag-discuss, dapat alam mo na kung ano yung pagkakasunod-sunod. Okay? Para you are organized. And ma-attain mo ang iyong objective as well as your goals. Kumbaga, sa isang araw, kung ang topic mo ay matuto silang sumulat ng pangalan nila, by planning, kumbaga, masiset yon or ma-achieve mo yung goal mo na yon in that day or within that day. Next is we have number 7, infuse multicultural instructional material. So, kapag sinabi infuse multicultural instructional materials, say for example, kapag ikaw ay you are a female teacher, wag ka lang gagawa ng instructional materials na magfo-focus or magre-rely in your sex or gender. Like, say for example, pag nagpasil ka dyan ng material mo all pink. Paano naman yung mga boys na estudyante mo, 'di ba? So, kumbaga, parang hindi na sila ma-motivate. Ano ba 'yan? Pink lang ng pink si ma'am. 'Di ba? So, dapat halo. 'Di ba? Kapag iisip ka ng instructional materials mo, dapat pag may pink, meron ding blue. Kasi yun yung nagsisimbolize madalas ng color ng female at male. Okay? I hope you get it. Okay? Next is number 8, collaboration and cooperation. Kaya nga meron tayong different kinds of approaches na kasama itong collaboration or peer tutoring and as well as cooperations or pwede nating gamitin yung direct approach. Ayan. Tinuturo natin siya step by step. Ayan. So, very important yan, lalong-lalo na kapag ang iyong mga activities ay by group, they will create collaboration and cooperation within your class. Next is we have the guiding principles. Ayan. So, itong guiding principles naman po ito is adapted from interdisciplinary group of psychologists, political scientists, sociologists, and multicultural specialists. So, ito daw yung pwede nating sundan when it comes to in viewing your purpose in the teaching and learning process. So, number 1 is we have pre-service teacher education program. So, eto naman, program na to, it will help you have a perspective or to understand the complex characteristics of ethnic groups in ways race, ethnicity, language, and social class interact to influence students' behavior. Next is number 2, we have equitable opportunities. So, kapag sinabing equitable opportunities naman po, okay, so teacher should ensure that all students have equitable opportunities to learn and to perform standard. Yeah. Next is we have social skills naman po. Of course, the teacher should help students acquire social skills needed to interact effectively with students from other racial, ethnic, cultural, language of social groups. Next is number 4, school curriculum. So, the school curriculum helps students naman po to understand that knowledge is socially constructed and are reflected of the social, political, and economic context in which they live and work. Number 5, we have eliminate stereotyping. So, ulit-ulit yung stereotyping, no? So, syempre, schools should provide all students with opportunities to participate in extra and co-curricular activities that develop knowledge, skills, and attitudes that increase academic achievement and foster positive intercultural relationships. Next is we have also values. So, syempre, we teachers should teach and students should learn about the values shared virtually by all cultural groups like justice, equality, freedom, peace, compassion, and charity, among others. So, next is we have the basic assumptions that will enhance teacher development. So, here are the basic assumption po that enhance teacher development. So, kasi ang multiculturalism has broadened and deepened our traditional curriculum into a wider range of accommodating cultures, not of the teachers' culture alone, but it has underscored fundamental concept which before were given less importance. So, ito yung mga enhance daw po. Number 1 is no two learners are exactly the same. So, syempre, hindi naman lahat ng estudyante mo, lahat sa pag sinabing mababait yan lahat. So, walang estudyante or wala kang magiging estudyante na parehas, as in parehas, carbon copy, wala pong ganon. Okay, so tanggapin natin yan. No two learners are exactly the same. Magkaiba pa rin sila. Children in all classrooms are heterogeneous. Magkakahalo yan, lalong-lalo na ngayon po. Magkakaiba talaga sila. Okay, strategies that work with one learner may not work with another. So, tulad ng example ko kanina, yung peer tutoring or tuturuan ng isang kaklase, yung kaklase niya nahihirapan, magkaiba sila kasi yung isa naintindihan na, yung isa na tinuturuan niya, hindi pa. So, may isang strategy na effective sa kanya, dun naman sa tinuturuan niya, hindi effective yon. Okay, so, dapat it varies also yung mga dapat maintindihan nyo din yung mga approaches in teaching or strategies in teaching. Students' background and experiences should be considered kasi may mga instances na hindi natin nalalaman as teachers na Kaya pala siya takot na madilim kasi may past experiences siya na ah, sabihin na natin, dun sa madilim na part na yon nakagat siya ng aso, etc. We have to be very considerate about their past experiences and backgrounds. Okay, next is we have also dito sa number 4, pwede natin maging example po yung kunyari, say for example, yung mga teacher na kumbaga may isang bata na ayaw niya dun sa teacher na yun kasi kumbaga nagkaroon siya ng hindi magandang experience or background. That's why we have to be very considerate and also dapat naintindihan talaga natin yun. Napapaliwanag natin ng maayos dun sa bata. Next, community members can assist teachers in facing issues. Kaya baga dun sa prelim topics po natin, we have the involvement of the community. So, very important talaga na involved din ang community like yung LGU natin, mga kagawad, kapitan, in facing issues or different issues like pag nababarkada yung mga naging estudyante mo or estudyante mo, syempre kailangan ng help yan ng ating mga LGUs or barangay officials to solve the issue you are facing. Okay? So, that's all for this lesson and I hope may natutunan sa ating discussion for today. So, very important yan, itong multicultural diversity. So, to sum it up, as students, we become more diverse. Lalong-lalo na sa panahong ito. Ang mga estudyante, sobra na ang diversity na, kumbaga, iba na ang mga estudyante ngayon sa mga estudyante noon. That's why teachers can or have to provide more varied and responsive learning environments by matching teaching and learning styles, matching learning styles to environment, and matching teaching styles to time schedules. So, when it comes to diversity of learners naman po, as of now, we have or we become local and global concerns. Meron tayong mga local and global concerns, lalong-lalo na among teachers and students. Even in our classrooms, diversity has been recognized as an element that needs attention. So, it is a fact that interest in individual differences and multiple intelligences added to the multicultural education, lalong-lalo na nowadays. When it comes to regional, national, international boundaries, we have a greater demand for understanding diversity of learners. So, also, we have discussed about the differences in race, ethnic, religious groups, language, socioeconomic status, and family backgrounds, which are the some factors that require multiple approaches in teaching. So, yes, this is a reality, but this is a great opportunity for us teachers and for you as future teachers. Hence, there is a need for you to know and to address this diversity. So, kaya siya dinidiscuss sa inyo para nakikita na ninyo or nagkakaroon na kayo ng clear or wider range of pagtingin sa kung anong pwedeng ma-experience ninyo when you pursue teaching profession. Okay? So, I hope may naintindihan at kung may tanong, pwede naman po magtanong kay ma'am. Thank you very much.